Hey guys, in the video today I'm going to be showing you how to install an awning rail, just like this one, into your camper van. Here we go. These are the materials and tools we've got then for the fitting of the awning rail today. First of all, I've got the actual awning rail itself. So this is designed to fit directly into the C channel, and this has got, as you can see, just like a little lip there as well, and the actual awning will fit directly into that and slide along. So this came supplied in 3 parts, so it's 3 1-meter stretches, so we're going to have to cut these down a little bit to get the perfect fit that we need. In terms of tools, we've got a couple of drill bits here, and metal drill bits. Slightly smaller one we'll use for pilot holes into the van for the fitting, and a slightly bigger one that we'll use to actually screw through the awning rail itself to get the screws through. Got the screw caps here just so we get a nice neat finish on top and can keep the screws nice and clean for the future. I've got the adhesive, sealant and filler, so all in one, and this is going to be used to attach the awning rail to the van, but also it's water resistant and also heat resistance as well. So we've just got an extra level of cover and coating to make sure that adheres to the van. Got some tape there for marking up and also to make sure we can screw into the metalwork without the drill bit slipping. Got our trusty drill and hacksaw, because we're going to have to cut these down, and measuring tape as well. So that's all the materials. So the first thing we're going to get onto now is just a quick measure up, and we'll get onto fitting. Just on top of the van now, so just having a quick look at the actual awning rail and the configuration of the van itself. This is a Ford Transit Custom, if you've seen any of my other videos, and this is what I've been converting. Just looking at here, we've obviously got the drainage channel that runs on this side of the lip of the van. What I don't want to do here, I don't want to be fitting that all the way up to the edge. I'm just going to be planning to fit this slightly backwards from that as well. So we've still got our drainage channel, so we don't want that to be disrupted. There's a little bit of a metal lip on the van here, but just offering this up now, I can see we're going to get a flush finish just there underneath, and we have got the adhesive and sealant as well that's going to give us a good seal there. So we're going to be able to drill through the metal work here and get a good contact with the van itself. These are in 3 parts, as I mentioned, so just kind of getting the other part in place, and just really want to make sure that where we do have the joins in between the 2 strips, that they're going to be really close and well butted up together, because we don't want any issues when we come to get the actual awning sliding through this little channel. Going to get these measured up now. As I mentioned, they're in 3 1-meter sections, so I'm going to cut down one of the sections so we've got a little bit of wiggle room, sort of 5 centimeters either side, rather than going directly to the 2.4 meters, which is the actual awning size. So I'm going to get these cut down now, and then we'll start to measure up and drill for our fitting. So just cut this down now to what I thought would be the right size, but just offering this up to the actual van, so you can see now the van is starting to taper away at the back. So we actually haven't got like anything firm underneath that to attach it to the metalwork in terms of having it at that size. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try now move this as much as I can to this end, so I've still got some firm fixings. The challenge I may have then is, am I going to be able to get the 240 run? Might need to just move it slightly forward as well. So I'm just going to keep getting this into the best location, so I know I'm going to get a really firm fixing. But yeah, that's a really good point to note if you're doing this, that sort of towards the back of this van anyway. I don't know if this was a Friday afternoon van, but we've lost some of the attachment of the metalwork. So I'm going to keep moving this around till I can get the perfect location, and once I've done that, I'll report back. I've got the awning rail cut down to size now, and I've just taped this loosely into place just so I can double check the measurements. The way I've gone to do this, I've kept one full 1-meter stretch here and another full meter stretch at the back, and then this central section, this is the section of sort of the 40 centimeter bit. Cut it down now to just over 240 centimeters, so we can make sure we get the full awning rail in, but we needed to kind of get it as best as we could to the front section here, because again the van does start to sort of taper off at this side, so there's a very slight curvature on this, but the metal has got a little bit of flex in it as well. So I'm sure once we get that screwed down, we're going to be absolutely fine. Now we've got that roughly fitted in place. I'm just going to mark up both ends. So we've got our final sort of fitting position just with a bit of tape. And then I'm going to get the awning rail pre-drilled and then think about getting the fitting to the van. Marked up now the 3 sections of the awning rail. So I'm planning to do 3 attachments. So I've come sort of 7 centimeters in from the side, and I'm going to have 1 attachment in the middle and then a 3rd attachment as well on this side. This one actually is the one that's going to go at the back. Needed to bring this in a little bit further from the end just so we've got some good attachment to the metal work. A small section in the middle, so we're just going to have 2 fixings on that, one on this side and then coming in 5 centimeters from that side, and then the 3rd piece as well. That's all marked up and ready to go. So we're going to get these pre-drilled now, ready for fixing, and then we'll be hopefully onto the van. That's the awning rail pre-drilled now into the places that I marked it up. I've now got the 4.2mm self-tapping screws, so just quickly checking those. Perfect actually, so they are going to go through, but I just want it to just catch the awning rail as well, so we've got good attachment to the awning rail and then through into the metal work. Next stage, we're going to get these up onto the actual van itself and then mark up for where we're going to drill the pilot holes into the van. So we've got the awning now just taped into place. So what I've done, I've just literally sellotaped the awning rail itself into place, made sure that all of the pieces butt up and join up nicely and all that's nice and level. And the other thing I've done is just here underneath where we're going to drill the pilot hole, again put a little bit of tape onto the metalwork of the van itself. But in terms of marking these up, I'm just marking up the hole onto the actual van itself, just using the drill bit so I can get a really good and solid mark rather than using pen or pencil. Once they're marked up all the way along, I'm going to do the drill into the actual van. So I've done the pilot holes now into the bodywork of the van. The thing that's going to be next is getting this actually stuck down with the adhesive and sealant. But before I'm going to do that, I just want to do a really loose fit. I'm going to take the screws, make sure all of these are in place, and then after that we're going to get to getting this properly stuck down and fixed onto the van. The reason I'm doing that is because that's really the point of no return. Once the adhesive goes on, we're pretty set then, so just want to make sure we've got a good level fit and just a loose fit before we do the final fixing. That's the loose fit done then. The awning rails just screwed into place, and just checking the joins then, they're really nice and level, so all butting up really nice and perfectly, which is really good. The next part then is going to be getting these stuck onto the van. So because we've put some actual holes into the bodywork of the van, we want to make sure that these are going to be properly sealed. So the way I'm going to do that, instead of using like a metal sealant or paint, I'm going to put a blob of the sealant and adhesive, essentially just a small little blob to each one of the holes that we've pre-drilled. It's going to kind of make sure that they are properly sealed, and also then we're not going to get any rust or anything going in there as well. And then we're going to get the adhesive applied to the actual rails. In terms of the adhesive and sealant then, get a reasonably thick bead of this all the way down the centre of the rail itself and give us a really good adhesion. Just work our way down. So I had a couple of problems with the audio here, so just going to voice this piece over. So what I'm doing here is I've put the adhesive now onto the back of the awning rail, as you saw in the previous clip, and just using the screwdriver now just to tighten these down hand tight. So I didn't want to use the electric drill, but to do this by hand just to make sure that these went in nice and flush. So I just worked on all the way down the awning rail, screwing these in as we went. Only thing that we couldn't do in the end actually was the little screw caps that we intended to put on. Couldn't actually get those to fit because of the sort of depth of where the screws have got into the metalwork. The actual cap wasn't fitting onto the screw. Other than that, that is our awning rail done. Next video, I'm going to be showing you the actual install of the awning that we've actually chosen to go into this. So make sure you check out that video. Thanks for watching.